Oh, that's good.
And he looks into those icy blues.
Am I making you sick?
You want me to go?
Yeah, please,
Yeah.
please.
You whiner.
Stink, hey? Nicotine.
What are that? Big girl. Water to catch up. What is this? What is this noise?
Hey, I don't do it.
Got it?
How big was
A
it?
Wolverine. It was about the size of a baby deer. There's like a black
Do you think it's gonna get me
baby
tonight?
bear. Dude, it ran so fast.
Do you think we're safe sleeping outside?
No.
Oh, Barb. Like,
The lights by the fence, you can pork chop around your neck.
out there, I think so.
And it traveled by itself.
It's just hard to get back in that side.
On the side of the baby deer.
And was it on 2 feet or 4?
4. So that's, yeah. It was a brown bear. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, the brown bear. Oh, son of a bitch, get over here.
I saw a
I'd like to see it.
full-grown man
Was
walk
it wearing
away
a hat?
Scary.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
with the other day. I saw him pick up a full-grown man.
14. Cool.
Someone smells good.
The same animal.
Oh my God, can it be any hotter?
Break a cow.
Yeah, good. We could be in Georgia.
Cool.
Yeah, seriously? This is
All right.
Alright.
Hello. Thanks for all showing up and appreciate it. So this is starting to get to be old hat for us. It's another vote. We've got. Oh, this is your first time? You'll catch on real quick. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring in Cal first, and then I'll bring in Katie, and they're gonna each give us their 2-minute elevator speech, why they should be here and what they offer the group. I'm going to have them go back out. They're going to do it one by one. We're going to have our conversation, who we think should be here, why we think, and you know that is a back and forth conversation we can have. It's not a problem. And then we'll do a vote. We'll get the final vote. I'll invite them back in here, talk to them, and then we'll let the one leave. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Awesome. So I'm going to get Cal first. Cool.
How are we going to do the final vote? Right on a piece of paper?
We're just going to yell it at once.
Did you take the chapstick? Give it back to her.
Is that the chapstick that was on the tree forever?
Yeah. The tree stick.
Tree
Tree
stick?
stick.
Guys, I'm really
That worked.
sorry
The chap
about the
tree.
chapstick. I should have given it back after
Give
I
it
bought
back to her.
It's a pillar. Write it up.
When thou bow your apology, it means like a lot.
Hey, wait till you see what I make for Rob's wedding gift.
I order
If y'all can
bread,
only guess.
chicken.
I've already.
This?
I have no idea.
For his feet?
Yeah.
Oh.
What is it? What is it? What is it? He's not here. Josh, quick.
Order chicken
Ball
fingers.
holder.
Quick.
Ball
What are they?
You really don't know what they are?
No.
I do.
Chicken fingers.
Are they
Chicken
tigers?
fingers are?
Breast.
Yeah.
There's one part of the breast, and then there's a tender, which is like the under part or on the side. Yeah, it's white meat. Yeah. But it has a vein that goes. It has a tendon that
Taylor and I were like,
goes
Taylor was like,
But
I
it's
don't
like
care. It doesn't bother me. And then he stops and he's like, oh man, I want to
The
know.
vegetable holds it. White meat.
And you get like 15 of those for $8, huh?
Yep.
That's what I should got. Is that what you ordered?
With some wheat bread.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, girl, hey.
What's wrong?
You know what he's waiting
Did they kill each other?
No.
Are they still alive?
No, I was waiting for something.
Oh, I'm looking like something.
I just like,
I know what it's about.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at this like, did old girl walk out and ate?
They both left.
We both
decided that this is the challenge.
3 gallon case in a moment. And
What came back to
Sorry, guys.
From when I put the cake.
They both have
Mine's brand new.
Yeah.
Clean. Jar is clean.
Okay. I do like when things are clean. It's
Right.
like right and rolling around the
All
time.
right.
Here's our man Cal.
Hi, Carol.
Cal, the floor is yours. Do your thing. Show us your passion. We know you
Seems
have.
so formal. So, when I first came here, I wanted to impress on you that old skills still bear valid purpose, right? Like, I've got the warmest blanket here. It's made out of rabbit hides. These are durable clothes. These are cutting edges that still work. Everything is... Maybe the other skills that ancestral peoples used work as well, even to this day, and that cooperation and interdependence can lead us into the future without having to give up our technology. We can just use more of the... Can lead us into the future without having to give up our technology. We can just use more of the social skills and not become Luddites. So, that's the platform I'm bringing here, and I'm hoping to use ritual, ceremony, song, things that our culture says are a waste of time to bring people together. When there's this harmony, there are tools to bring us together again, but we won't use them because we've thrown them out. They're not valuable at all. That's what I'm hoping to bring here in this experience. Bella made me a wonderful shirt that has a symbol I asked her to draw for me about interdependence. This is the symbol that I drew for that she drew on the shirt for me. And there's 14 pieces of the pie to represent the 14 people that were first here. And each one is looking at the center from their own view. But it's a little crooked, so it's hard to see. But when we all help each other look at the center, then the mystery becomes much clearer, and we can support each other in that growth. But it doesn't work if we fight against each other, the masculine and the feminine and the polarity. We've got to listen. And that's really what I'm hoping to bring here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Quick and to the point.
All right, thanks, Cal.
All right. Cool. All right.
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Thank you, Cal.
Simple.
Ernesto, what do you have to offer us?
I didn't get my nap because I wasn't expecting this.
I know.
So, I'd be a little more loquacious, but I'm
I
for...
think you'll be just fine.
All right.
Huh?
Are you ready?
That was,
You didn't need much time.
Honey,
what was that about?
I just went in and said what I
Mr.
had to say.
Talkative.
I'm tired. I told you.
You always have so much good things to say.
I'm tired.
Can I sit down? Do I have to stand up?
You have to stand.
What?
You have to stand.
I'm not a stander-up talker.
I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
I'm a one-on-one talker.
I understand that. But now you get to stand and try it
You don't
out.
understand that because you're not. You're a group talker.
I know.
Well, you're both.
I just like to talk. Just go in there,
I like to
say what you
talk.
have to say. It's all good. Everybody's just gonna listen. There's no back and forth. It's just a listening thing, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys. Katie's a little nervous.
Well, I'm not.
Doesn't-
Everyone knows here by now that I'm not a talker either.
Doesn't like to talk in
Usually
front
not
of people.
standing up, but I have to stand up. So it's not fair. Okay, sorry, I wrote this and I threw it away and then I scribbled it out and then I wrote more and now it's just a big mess. Okay, so because I have trouble talking in groups, I'm just going to read it and look down.
Sure.
It makes me emotional when people stare at me. Okay, everyone look that way. No? Okay.
Help if we all got naked.
Yes? Can you? Okay. Yeah. Okay. And let me start by saying, okay, I'm just going to read this because if I try to talk on my own, I'm not going to be able to. Okay, I am a doer, not a leader. Although I'm aware that before Cal and I came, this group decided that the last thing they needed was another leader, I disagree. I've spent 4 days asking for chores, ways I can help, things I can do, and received few replies other than from Cal. I did not take him up on his many offers for ways to help and ways to be productive because I felt it only highlighted the fact that he is needed here more than I am. I came here to be part of something big, to show the world an example of how amazing things could be if a group worked together, not to take naps in the grass, not to make a business equal to that of any housewife out there in suburbia. I have a business plan if I need one, but that was not my goal or why I came here. Let's be honest. Most, if not all, of the reason our businesses are successful is because of the publicity of Utopia. So I feel that our success in business is false and misleading. Without the Utopia name, our success would be fleeting. I wanted to come here to learn, to teach, to be taught. This has not yet been my experience. I know we all have strong opinions, and it seems that people have decided it's better to not speak up than it is to speak up and not be heard, or to speak up and be voted off. I feel as if a lot of you have let go of your strong voice in favor of a more muted one in an effort to keep peace, in an effort to be liked and accepted. Out of all the versions of Utopia I have heard, I would like to say that I like cows the most. I wanted to belong here, but I can't stay if it's at the expense of the only person here who actually has an unfaded view of what Utopia is. And I want to clarify, I'm not trying to insult you, but his view is pretty unfaded because he hasn't seen the show, and everyone here has been here a month. I am a nurturer personality. I came here to nurture the animals who everyone seems to think are doing just fine. I came here to nurture that baby, not to hear people make fun of the fact that her mom wants her. I did not come here to watch a baby desperately attempt to get more milk from an empty bottle because some person on the outside with a college degree thinks it was... Fuck. Some person on the outside with a college degree thinks it's better to mess with nature's ways. Can you think of any species that limits their new baby's food intake? Is that natural? If you had a 2-week-old baby of your own, would you limit her milk intake because some pediatrician advised you to? Or would you feed her until her heart's content and she falls asleep? I can't imagine a human taking away milk from a 2-week-old baby who wanted more. Yet we are doing it here, blindly obeying without questioning, like so many do on the outside. I don't like the way us humans think we are qualified to mess with nature. The baby does not need to be protected from her own mother. A few falls and bruises is what will make her stronger, not weaker. This is nature's way. Naturally, they need to be able to defend themselves and keep up with the herd. How do you think this is learned? My grandpa had a cattle ranch, and the babies stayed out in the pasture with their mother. Sure, they got knocked around once in a while. Guess what? It was okay. The reason Betsy wants Honey's baby is not because she is stupid or confused. Betsy wants Honey's baby because all the babies she has ever had have been stolen from her. Sorry, on a side note. 2 months ago, my daughter and I snuck into a dairy farm in the middle of the night and went to the veal crates, which obviously the baby's not in. I'm not comparing the two. This is just my personal experience. We snuck into a dairy farm in the middle of the night to take pictures, as animal activists sometimes do. Mm-hmm. And the babies, they're locked up. They're going to be sold for veal because that's a waste product. Male calves are a waste product of the dairy industry because they can't grow up to produce milk or good meat. So it's not worth it to feed them and raise them. Anyway, my daughter and I were in there, and the babies were terrified of us. These were babies that are like 3 or 4 days old, and they're scared of humans because the only thing they've ever experienced is being drug away and put in this crate. And over on the other side, behind like 4 fences, was a group of moms crying for their babies. And this is the middle of the night. And I know a lot of you have been desensitized to caring about animals. And in a little way, I envy that because it's so much easier to not care. And once you care, then you're a lunatic for caring. So I just wanted to make that as a side note. But the reason Betsy wants Honey's baby is not because she is stupid or confused. Betsy wants Honey's baby because all the babies she has ever had have been stolen from her. Humans have been found to also have similar responses to similar trauma. Dairy cows don't produce milk for no reason. Just like humans, they produce milk for their young. Betsy is currently producing milk that was supposed to be for her most recent stolen baby. It is normal for cows to nurse one baby while being pregnant with the next.
Excuse me.
What?
I really appreciate all this, but do you want to tell us why you want to be here, or do you want to give us a lecture?
I'm getting into this. I'm in my last paragraph.
This is about ridiculous.
I'm really...
My God. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
I mean,
I agree.
this is just ridiculous. I'm glad that you broke the law and trespassed. Bashing us.
About animals, I'm not
She
gonna
said-
That's the thing. She can say her piece, and we can choose not to vote for her. But
If
just
she
let
wanted
her
to get on the
speak.
phone with the vets, or she wanted to do the research, or she wanted to bring in that person that she was claiming she wanted to bring in last night, she had all day to do it. She did until this moment to freak the fuck out
and bash us.
and bash us.
tell us we don't care about animals.
So are you all agreeing with her that you guys don't care about animals?
It's not about that.
Do you
It's
think
just
you've
about
lost
letting
your
her say
view
her
of
piece.
Utopia?
She's not sharing her heart, she's sharing just bad.
I don't think she's going to come
She's
back.
not going to finish
I'm
that.
fine with that. I'm done listening.
She's not. We know that she's not.
Even if we don't agree with something, guys, and even if it is insulting, we got to.
The only person she wants to and believes in wants to stay here is Cal. I mean, did anyone hear anything?
Her heart. I mean,
Great,
come
like
on.
sure, but like at least let her finish.
And then you can choose not to vote for her.
done. Yeah, and then just vote her off if that's how you
I
feel.
just had enough of it. I'm sorry. Like, I just had enough of just being bashed and just not hearing. Like, this is her time to say why she wants to stay. That's not what she was using this time for. She was using it as a platform. That's not what this is.
I agree.
It's not what this is for. So I'm sorry. Anytime someone comes here to push their view that is different from ours, not different. It's not what I said. If someone wants to just come and push their view, this is not the time nor the place. This is the place for you to say, I want to be here or I do not. And what she
Maybe
did there
she was
was
saying
stop,
she didn't.
stop. Please, Nikki, please. That was disrespectful to the entire process and disrespectful to each one of us who will someday have to stand up and do that. That's what it was. And I understand that she was crying and it seemed bad. Oh my God, poor her. But that is not what this is about. If she doesn't want to be here, she doesn't have to be here. Nobody has to be here. And she hasn't wanted to be here since Saturday. She's using this as a platform. And she said some pretty bad things to a few people here.
I know.
Who
I've heard it, but
I was going to vote for her. There was quite a few people here who were going to vote for her until she brought certain things to light. And I think this was a slap in the face to everyone sitting at the table. You may disagree with me, and that's fine. I could be a jerk. I probably was for doing that, for saying, enough. Why do you want to be here? And I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But I can't sit here and listen to this because it's not right. It's just not right because that's not what this is about.
Okay,
What are you about to
I
say, Nesco?
understand.
Her as
I
well?
Can you hear me out really quick? I understand how everybody feels, but the thing is that if I have a view maybe against most of you, am I going to get treated the same? I mean,
Probably.
Not if you bash us.
I'm not saying that I'm going to bash you. I'm just saying that I might have.
She read
I might have a
a
different view.
paper on bashing everything
negative
we've
things
done
about us.
here so
I'm just
far.
saying, but are we
Last night
really
I
going to
was
do
called
this?
a
though?
psycho and someone who doesn't care for animals. I mean, that really made me
She
mad.
just said that about all of us. That
Well,
we
yeah,
have
she just
no,
said it
that
again.
we have. She wishes she was
Guys,
like us
I
because
don't
we have no
know.
contempt for animal cruelty.
Guys,
Fuck is that?
Most of you probably haven't spent much time with animal activists before. They're an interesting breed of person. They don't exactly have some of the social, like she has a cause and she believes in it. And she saw that we weren't upholding what she believed in. It's not a question of what she was doing was right or wrong, was she criticizing or not. She has tunnel vision, and a lot of people respect that. And if this was a room full of animal activists who had sort of lost their way or something, they would have been cheering for the speech she was giving. She also told me my interest in voting for her here because
What does that even mean?
I didn't know what that meant.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But what I am saying is, I don't think it was right to. I don't think it was right to cut her off. That's just me. I'm pretty passive, and I'll let. But was I going to vote for her? No. Not after her vagina. I don't know what that means.
That's weird.
That was weird. So let's just. I mean, I think we all know that maybe this
On
is.
my way walking up here, because I was the last one to come in, I don't know if she knew I was walking up or not, but she was bashing all of us hard. And I looked over, and she saw me, and she stopped talking. And I wasn't going to stop her. Rob, that was your decision. You apologized for it. I was going to hear
I was
her
about
out.
to.
But
You were about to what?
I was about to say something after I was insulted.
It was
a few
her
times.
swan
she
song.
doesn't want to be
She knew
here. She doesn't
saying.
like us.
And
Just for the future, I know that I was personally insulted the minute she said that we lost our view of what Utopia was and that we weren't practicing that.
At least you're willing to listen.
But just as a respect, which we think is paradigm here, as a respect, which obviously she isn't holding on her end, but guys, we're part of Utopia. We're here. We should hold ourselves at a higher precedence. If she wants to get up there, it was no secret that we were all offended or that was a shit speech. And I'm sure we aren't the only other people that felt that way. But we bring ourselves down to her level when we find it to interrupt her. So just a suggestion, next time something like that happens, and it will continue to happen, let them say their piece. We will discuss it like we are right now. And then when it's time to say our piece to her, we'll let her know exactly how offended we are, how disrespectful that was, and why that's why she doesn't get to be a part of Utopia. The nice thing about having the voting power is we get the last say. If we felt spited, we have the opportunity to say it to her. But we at first need to let her finish.
And I apologize. I shouldn't, but I was like,
But Rob, you need to apologize to her.
oh, I'll apologize to her. I mean, yeah, that's all fine and well. If she wants to finish, I'll go out and talk to her. It's just that, I mean, at the end of the day, if I hear something I don't like, because that is exactly what she said, that people have lost their voice. Guess what? I haven't lost mine. So when I hear something I don't like, I'm going to speak up each and every time. And if she can't respect that, then she's just a hypocrite. Simple as that. But I'll invite her back in and see if she wants to finish. If she does not, fine. I personally think we should vote for her to stay.
No, I definitely want
Maybe she could fix that down there if she thinks there's something wrong with it. Or go crazy. One or the other. I don't know.
I think I'm taking it.
Would you like to come back in?
No, but we need to hear.
You realize how...
I know. This is people feel attacked. That's why I've been muted. So
14.
muted.
She's obviously like defeating herself. Like
Talks a lot of shit. Especially for someone that takes a child into a dairy farm in the middle of the fucking night to take pictures of animals.
I was really going to say something about that. I mean, a 9-year-old.
How do you break into it?
That's not hard to break in, but the fact that
The
you're
moral of the story is, you guys, we get the last say.
But the thing is, we shouldn't vote for Cal just because we don't like Katie. I mean, like, oh no,
well,
we like Cal.
it's like one or the other. I mean,
Cal's the shit. I love that dude.
He's got so much we can learn.
Let's save the discussion for when it's actually time to have this discussion.
I think she just sort of wanted to shoot herself in the foot. That's what she did.
What up, Poppy?
I'm ashamed of
But at least she's passionate about what she believes in.
Yeah,
and
we
like
don't
her
have a
attitude,
different way of life. Just because we don't agree with it doesn't mean we have to bash her for it.
But in the like, you don't have to be disrespectful.
Right,
I
but
mean,
we
know
can
your
just
audience,
choose to not
right?
let her
Like,
stay.
I think part of being in a social system is like socializing.
You can still get a very valid point across
my
without
thing
being
is, okay,
insulting.
so she argues that like
Really?
we've all been like tame and passive because we want to be nice and not be voted off, but then she spent 4 days being tame and passive.
I'm about to say
not
she
doing
literally,
anything about that.
literally didn't do anything, and then she complains about people that weren't speaking to her, or
But
people that
these are
weren't doing
things that
anything.
other
But
people
that's
catch on
passive
to.
nature.
We don't hide the fact. She doesn't hide the fact that she's a hypocrite. If it's visible to us, it's visible to everybody else. I mean,
Let's
I'm not
just
saying
let her have her
that.
piece if she comes
Yeah,
back
and
in.
then she goes
Paul
and
Lyon.
walks through the door. Can't have a different point of view. It's the way you do it, right? constructive and
She's definitely passionate about it. We
integrity.
don't agree with her approach.
Compromise is okay sometimes.
I'm not
I think it's great that she's sounding animals,
bullshit,
but I think
though.
that she was definitely
It's someone's
disrespectful
opinion.
towards
I think
the
everybody
way
is
she
passionate
was
about
sharing
something,
that.
though. Really,
Not me.
except for Mike.
I heard from what you said, Henry.
Dedica will tell you firsthand.
I'm not
Pretty
passionate
soon
about
that when
that.
you're strike,
and what they're
that's
Oh
doing.
yeah.
pretty soon that when you're
True.
strike,
Sounds like you're
passion
passionate
will
about
set a
cooking.
fire in your heart.
I am.
SPKs, you are very
That
passionate
pudding,
about
that
this.
pudding
I
is
love the fact that she's passionate.
Somebody got the teapot going?
It's short and stout.
That's not the tea, that's the beans.
Beans.
passionate about.
Dinner is bigger than beans.
Oh, you got chicken.
Yeah, dinner is bigger than beans. The menu is on the side of the refrigerator.
The beans you can make in the
Just to bring the mood up, I want to tell everybody that I love you all individually.
Oh, and there's a new Chip and Linda show coming
Yeah,
out.
and also there's a new episode.
We need to meet after dinner, right?
Yes, we do.
People were, well, they were getting sick of it. I know I was getting cussed out at one
saving
point.
animals, but there's a time and a
We got it
place for
tonight.
them.
Right.
Do you know? It's like I
Right.
agreed with some of the things she said, but her delivery.
I know it. I think it's
timing
personally
was like
frustrating to us because of the fact that
way off.
We know we try so hard.
We've tried so hard, and we've put a lot of our trust in the vets because
There were
of
two
the fact
cowboys
that
down
there's like
there
nobody
this
here who
morning.
actually knows what they're doing with the animals.
I just think literally from us coming in as a group, as 14 people, starting at one point and growing to this point, to have somebody come in and literally just like shit on everything that we've done in the last 6 weeks was
It was
was,
a tack-
was,
it was a
wrong
tactic.
I
completely.
don't want to
Or-
vote for Cal just because this discussion was all about negativity of Katie. You know, I
And
don't want
it's
to be
to make
like,
us all
oh, we don't
look
have any
like
other
fools.
options, so I guess Cal. You
That's
can
not what
stay.
it's about.
I mean, it was past. I mean, it was past the cow.
We're going to vote for him. We're going to vote for him before that happened.
Yeah.
Cal was winning that.
Yeah.
And it's not like
He was before that
race.
happened. That just made her look worse.
Cal's done a lot. And what? Say she did what she wanted to do. She would have just opened the gate and put the frickin' cow in with the.
She might have the
other
last
cow.
2 nights. You never know.
Then,
No, she's not.
Then what's her next move? If that's all she wanted to do, if that's the big saving moment, which is awesome, you tried to fight for that from day one. You really did. You're questioning it the whole time.
I was
To their face, you did a good job doing that. So it's not like we didn't try to do this, but if she just wants to open that gate and let the cow be with the other cows, and what's her next move? She didn't even explain that. All she wanted to do was.
Well, she made a good point, though, guys. You shouldn't always just take one person's opinion and take it as Bible. I mean,
In
there are
that
so
same
many
breath, though, I
ways
offered to help her make the calls today to
Second
who she
opinions.
to get
Guys,
a second
she was
opinion.
just a little rattled. This is a tough process, and it's not for everybody.
Right.
And she got rattled. If she was in the comfort of her own situation, she would have handled this differently. This is tough.
She was feeling weak today. And
We got to make some changes too for the next two people, like food.
Oh my God, we gotta make sure they're fed. And, yeah.
We got to give them a little bit more support on the food side.
I don't think
I don't
anyone
know.
starved.
Yeah, I mean, I agree
I
with
was
that to a
given
point,
food.
but when I came in here, I did
See
the
how
same
prepared
exact
Cal
thing.
was?
It
See how
doesn't make
prepared
it
that
right.
man was? He
No,
gave
it's
us
I'm not
food.
saying it's right, but
He has any other pants?
he does have other
Dude,
pants.
you come in here
Only
knowing what's
one
on the
pair of
show, and
pants.
you don't bring anything
Yeah.
to eat, but you bring 2 big things to drink, and you wonder why you're weak. I'm not buying this shit.
Yeah.
You come prepared to this damn place.
Everybody that came
Or
here,
you
You don't wear the same clothes all the time, but
everybody came. Everybody that came
Not
in,
sure
they
people
wanted to
did.
get into.
He didn't know anything, and he brought all that food, and
Yeah.
there's so much food for us. He's throwing jerky around. There's bananas on the
He gave me
shelves. The
dried
dude's
bananas
healthy.
today when he heard that,
He's just got like way more to offer, more information wise.
I'm lost.
And positive, he's more positive.
Yeah.
She knows about all the ratings, all this shit, but she doesn't know how to bring food. I'm just not buying it, dude. You got the hardest liquor you could possibly get made before you came here, but you didn't bring a granola bar?
Yeah. That's the point.
Well, she's brought a mad amount of hairspray, makeup.
Yeah, I brought tampons. You better bring food.
yeah.
Yeah, but that got you
Which
food for the
reminds
girls.
me of the
You had stuff to trade. All the girls
I think we all do, but I mean,
What is it?
when an
And the economic times were better back then.
A red tent.
Well, you better construct that red tent real quick, girl.
What are we doing with the red tent?
Well, we do with our red stapler. Wait, remember the first bottom circle we talked about how in Native tribes they have like a
Oh,
space
the
with-
blood circle.
Yeah.
I feel that coming.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a ride.
So,
I
like-
crash landed.
You
today.
did?
Maybe tomorrow then.
Oh, God.
Blood circle.
Okay, all men.
Blood brother.
We're gonna have a warrior circle somewhere other
No,
than
we're having a
in
bro-
this place.
A bro-nut social.
Because it's gonna get real cranky in like the next week.
Aaron,
Let's
did you
just
hear
say
about
all
now,
of the
like, right
moons
before
have
the-
literally aligned.
Will you please tell Aaron about the
Jesus.
grown-up
Are they
social?
syncing up already?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no, they are all they are aligned, dude. We got like four. We got like four going right now.
And maybe in a line with somebody else right now.
Jesus.
Separate them. Separate them.
That's 5. Kristen, are you coming up? On the red choo-choo train?
Nobody
You get ready?
ordered chocolate. I bet money nobody ordered chocolate.
Okay, so Kristen's still, but
I don't feel. I thought her speech was like gravy compared to what's going on now. So
Anyone object to the moon?
that was like totally normal to me. This is not normal, folks.
We can decide if we want to do
This
it
is our secret.
the actual way with the Earth supporting us, or we can just
I'm gonna go throw up.
use the system that we have and just create that as a space to rest for
I would like to bleed my blood.
You know, and you need to be there.
This conversation is worse than her speech.
Hours? Is it minutes?
Days. No, don't leave.
No, it could also just be a space like for us to rest during, because like obviously everyone's different in terms of cramping and all that stuff.
No.
No, because
Everybody knows when you go hang out there. That's right.
exactly.
Yeah, really.
That's why I've been.
To what you said in there.
That's fine,
And-
I'm not asking
and-
for them to vote
Can
me
I just
in.
say? Can I just say? Can I just say?
14 of them eat meat.
That well, no, 14 of them don't. But
dairy.
but here's the thing. One of the first things you said was people lost their voice. I didn't lose my voice. So when I hear something I don't like, I'm going to speak up.
You didn't speak up until I went on about the cows.
You went on, and I was giving you a certain bit of latitude, and once I saw us keep going on and on and on, and that's not what this is about. If you want to stay, I think you should try to stay. But I just don't think this. I know you're not. But this is not the platform for you to just go off half-cocked about
I'm not
some
kidding you.
cows. Care about that.
There's obviously animals.
Well, this when it comes in here, it's us. So what
Like
happens?
that meeting this morning we had that we didn't want to have.
But it happened. What happens happens. So
Visible to everybody else.
Let's just let her have her piece if she comes back in and brings Paul mine.
For years. It's not a personal attack. It's an opinion. I want to say it, and I want someone to help me carry my crate to the gate.
if you stay, what if we vote you to stay?
I would stay, but I mean, you, Chris, Taylor, these people are really all about the animals in an opposite way that I'm all about the animals. I really don't see more than maybe 3 or 4 people wanting me to stay at this point.
I'm going to tell you, up until
Saturday, I thought. If the vote was Saturday, I probably would have been all right.
You would have been here.
But I slowly lost my cool the more it was here.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. And it was.
And the cameras are making. And that's not even anybody here.
It was sad to watch. It was sad to watch the complete deconstruction because you would have been here.
Yeah.
And you had quite a following, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, because you are such a nice person. You're so sensitive and everything like that, you know.
You know what Cal said it was? It's because Pisces. I don't know if those sign things are real, but Pisces is a very private sign, so maybe sticking myself out here maybe wasn't the wisest idea.
I just think, like, I understand what you want to do. I get it, and you want to, champion for the animals and stuff like that. But can I just let me finish? And I think that would have been a great thing. I just think you went about it wrong, and I think
that's fine. I'm a new vegan.
You could have. I think you could have been. And you know what? We all would have respected everything you wanted, and even Chef made some vegan stuff for you, so you would feel.
Well, vegan food's cheaper than regular food.
Yeah, but so you would feel like good, and you would have something to eat and stuff like that. But I mean, if you don't want to be here, I can understand that. But if you do, please go inside and fight for why.
Do you see how you reacted to my opinion, though? So can you imagine staying and trying to share that on a regular basis?
Well,
I'd be worse than Bella. I would be the most.
No, I don't think so.
I mean?
No. It's not that I didn't get upset about your opinion because I respect your opinion. I just didn't respect the fact that you did it at this point in time. I thought it was like, you're like, I'm going home. Because you have it in your head, I'm going home, so I'm just going to come out there, I'm going to bash, and I'm going to put my opinion out there, and I'm going to forget this process. I don't respect it. That's kind of why I felt.
I respect the process. That's why I'm going through the gate, and that's why I'm going through the vote, and I didn't just drag my go like I wanted to.
I understand that, but you could have been here, and you could have, you could have done something. And you still can if you go and win those people in that room.
I need to go home.
Do you really? Is this that bad?
I can't handle the cameras. The people I can handle, because I'm used to people not getting along with me or opposing views. I get along with, I'd like to think, everybody. But I understand not having my views accepted because nobody in my family does, none of my friends do. So I get that. I'm able to live peacefully knowing that. It's the cameras.
I'm an animal lover. I mean, I get choked up every time I think about my Ramona, who I rescued.
Yeah, no, I know.
So I can understand that. And when we first took the calf away, I felt horrible. I felt completely horrible.
Because it's not natural.
But it's still there and stuff like that. I mean, it's still around, and she gets a lot of love, and she gets to play around, and she's having a good time here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that calf is... Chris sings to her at night with his guitar. Did you know that?
It's a calf. She just wants her mom. She doesn't
I
have
understand that, but it has a lot. It has a lot of love. It's not like it's not loved. It's not like it's not getting food and what have you.
It's not getting half the nurturing it would get.
You could have fought for that. You could have fought for that.
I know.
But you want to just give up.
Nobody here wants me to fight for that. Nobody even wants me to talk about it for 2 minutes, let alone on a regular basis.
It wasn't the time. You could have called a meeting for it. You could have called the vets. You could have done anything you wanted, and we would have listened. But you chose not to do that and just come here, and quite a few of us felt really like insulted that you were just coming down on us. And you may not feel that way, but in our position, that's the way I felt. We
honestly, 2 years ago, I would have felt the same way.
Yeah.
I know, because I would have been mad.
Yeah. So what does Katie want to do? Do you really want to leave, or do you want to stay? Because I would love for you to go in there and not hear this, but hear something from your heart.
You want to see what my next line is?
No, I don't want to see that. What I want to do is I want you to see, I want to hear what's in your heart, not reading. Just give us what's in your heart. And if you
can't talk to groups. I just can't.
But look how this emotion you have.
I know, but I can't convey it without reading or something or talking one-on-one like I can with you or with anybody. I've had a lot of good one-on-one conversations.
Yeah. Yeah, and we all like you.
I smell better than cow.
I'm not going to disagree there. But I really wish you would have came in and gave it a shot. I really do.
I did give it a shot. I was even milking the cows. And then I got banned from the cows because Honey had a bad day, even though the other days I milked her and she was fine. And I'm getting blamed for Honey's bad day, so the vets called and said, even though me, Hex, and Bree all got kicked, the vets called and said, I can't milk anymore. So now that was my only job, and now I'm without a job besides watering in the morning. And I'm laying around the grass slowly going insane because when you're laying around the grass, you can totally hear all the cameras turning directions, and you're just laying there and you're just sick of being stared at.
Look how cool that moon looks.
The what?
That moon.
It does look cool.
Look cool.
But if I'm not moving, if I'm not distracted, I'm going to sit here and lose my top because...
Yeah. That's something, the milking is something maybe you could have learned or in time or something like that.
I actually wanted to get a person from an animal advocate from an animal rescue sanctuary out here to let us, because they get rescued dairy cows all the time that are in different stages of pregnancy or just had a baby or what have you. They deal with that all the time, and that's from animals. I would love to have somebody out from an animal sanctuary to say, to say what they think.
Why don't you do that?
I don't even know how. I'm in
You
Utopia.
could just pick up the phone. We have the internet.
I don't.
We could find it. We got yellow pages.
It's too little, too late.
Not if you go in there and try. It's not too late. If you go in there and
I feel
try.
like me going in there and trying is just gonna.
It's not.
It's gonna make a good soundbite.
It's
but
not. Don't even think about that. It's not about that. It's about being real. And people want to hear. People want to hear why you want to be here.
That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not about talking about. You know.
If they vote for me, I'd want to be here. But at this point, the way I feel right now, I want to go home.
You've wanted to go home for quite some time. You've just been on the edge of tears for so long. And I feel so bad. But I wanted to vote. Can I tell you why I wanted to vote for you?
Why?
I felt if I voted for you, it would be like, as people, we always try to take. And Cal has a lot of good things that we could take. But I thought I wanted to give back. And by giving back, it would give you, like, self, to be yourself, by yourself, here. Like, that's really what I was hoping to do. And then you would be able to, you know, flourish into something here in Utopia. You know what I'm saying? And then you could have brought the animal people in. You could have, you know, championed your cause the right way. You know what I'm saying? I was really hoping for that. And then you just, you know, emotion got to you. You know, I would still love to hear, like, you know, I would still love to hear Katie go in there and be like, this is why I want to stay. Let me stay. You know?
But I'm already to go home.
You want to go? I mean, is it dead at this point, basically? I mean, is it, you want to go home, see your kids?
I'm just tired of being hungry all the time. I'm just tired of the cameras on me all the time. They watch me pee all the time. I'm the only one they watch pee. It's driving me nuts. I'm just, you know what I mean?
I used to poop on there, and they used to watch me, too.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
How about next time you go to the bathroom, I'll just go out there, and then they'll watch me instead.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? You want to come in and finish?
Yeah, I want to finish, but I don't know what I want to do. But I'll just finish and let people do what they want to do.
You got a whole bunch?
No, I'm almost done. I just have this. Just this.
Just that? Not the other side?
Right. No, I already read that side.
No, you didn't. And will you say a little bit something from your heart, too?
This is from my heart. I just wrote
know,
it this
but
morning.
just like off the cuff. I don't know what they're doing in there. They sound crazy, don't they? I apologize.
No, I know, but I understand your reaction. Because I would have had the exact same reaction 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, my family still has the exact same reaction.
Yeah.
So I know.
Like I was just felt like pushed into a corner, as some of us did there, and it was wrong for me to stop you. I should have let you keep going, you know, I really should have, and then we could have had our choice, and then blah blah blah. I just was like, you know, it is what it is. So.
Milk the cows pretty soon.
All right, we're coming back
and
in right now.
Food.
Yeah, we're coming in right now.
Okay.
Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
I think you're a really good person, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Hey, come on, guys. Let's have a seat.
Thank you for coming back. Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Katie,
coming back. Yeah.
I told her if she didn't come back, I was gonna beat her up.
You know what, though? I would have had the exact same reaction if somebody read something like this to me 2 years ago. So I know exactly where that's coming from, and I respect it. Okay, and I didn't just add this. This was actually the next line.
Amanda confirmed it.
It says, Rob was right when a few days ago he called Utopia an adult summer camp. That's exactly what I feel like this is turning into. Too much wasted time trying to stay busy with things that don't really matter. We can do business from home. As a bunch of you have pointed out, you can make more money at home than here. We can do church, jewelry making, yoga, cooking, art, and building at home. Not that we shouldn't do them here. I'm just saying that's no different than the outside. Why are we here? What is it that is different about this place? How can we stand out and differentiate ourselves from the rest of the world? Unfortunately, I have many more questions than answers. I am a hard worker, but I have been unable to find work here, as I am a doer, not a leader. A leader is needed to create work. Even if you think that that is what you don't want, you desperately need it, either with Cal or among yourselves. And I just, from a more personal note, I mean, I just wrote this morning, so this is personal too. But, you know, I came here because like I said a few days ago, I've always been an adult with kids. I mean, I've had kids since I was a kid, and I came here to learn more about myself, make some lasting friendships, and maybe make a difference that the world can see, and try things a new way. And I know everyone's working hard to try things a new way. I'm seeing more similarities than differences. And it's frustrating to me because I don't have the answers to that. I'm somebody who kind of needs to be given a job, and I'm not someone who's gonna give you a bunch of brand new ideas. I have opinions, but I guess I'm a polar opposite from Cal. So if you need a leader, if you feel like you need a leader, someone who will create work from the inside, that's Cal. If you feel like you need a doer, someone more nurturing and sensitive, I mean, he is, I'm not saying he's not, then that's me. And we're apples and oranges. If you need if you need a person who's okay being told what to do, that's me. And that's why I'm here. I came here to help, not with new plans and new ideas, but I wanted to contribute to each and every one of your ideas and to help where I can. And that's why I came here. I didn't come here to make a business. I have business plans that may or may not be successful. I'm pretty excited about them, but I didn't come here to start a business. I came here for the community. And yeah, and I guess that's my 2 cents. Thank you. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Katie. Hey. What do you want? Just let me know.
Yep. What?
Mom has that wrong. Thank you. Alexander's gardening pods idea. Was everything?
I need to be busy. I don't care if it's in the garden. I don't care if it's reorganizing the rocks around the lake. I need to be busy. I'm busy at home. I need to be busy here, or else my mind runs wild. Kind of like Cal says, busy hands is a relaxed mind.
Okay. All right, I just wanted to know, see if I go in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And honestly, the vote lingering for days and days has tripled my stress. So I just feel a little crazy right now.
Do you want something? You want me to get you
But
some tissue?
No, it's okay. I have some. If I stayed, I would want another, even if they required a veterinarian, I would want another veterinarian to come in here with maybe a different set of views, and then we could have a meeting and figure out more amongst ourselves where we're trying to head to with Utopia. That would be my first MO if I stayed.
Okay.
I'm not trying to trample people's toes.
But you
That's
want
not
to be?
how I
You
am.
want to be here?
I want to be here, but I need work.
Okay.
Being idle is what makes me crazy.
Okay.
That's why I run around so much at home.
I just want to know before I go in there.
Yeah.
Come
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whoa. Whoa.
This is a crazy.
Yeah, so we actually had an awesome conversation out there. You know, it was like, it was great. She's like, I don't blame you one bit for feeling the way you do. I would have felt the same way. My family right now is probably feeling the same way you are. And that was pretty bad timing with that second line after she came back, right? I was like, she's like, oh, look at this. I'm like, that said,
Everything's for a reason.
I went a little, I should have stopped her, and Hex is right. We should let him go and do this and that. But I think, had I not, then I wouldn't have had that conversation out there with her. And this has been really, really hard for her. Really hard. Since Saturday. I think Saturday, if the vote was Saturday morning, she had a real good shot to stay. Mm-hmm. I really think so. And I know I was going to vote for her. Nothing against Cal. I love that guy. I absolutely love that guy. He's done so much for me since he's been here that, and I think he's done a lot for other people, just energy-wise. It's crazy. It's just crazy. But my thought process was this. We seem to, as people, we take, you know? We don't give as much, on the most part. There's a lot of people who give, but it seems like we use a lot, you know? And I was thinking, like, here's a girl who's never, you know, since high school, really been able to be herself. And I thought, man, wouldn't that be awesome to give her that gift? Us, as Utopia, we're gonna give her that gift to become her own self, not just a woman, you know, a mother with child, you know? We're gonna be yourself, do what you want, you know? Like, be an adult, feel that way, you know? Be a champion for the cows and the chickens and stuff like that. That's what you wanna do. Have your voice heard, not just a mom, you know? And that's really how I was leaning. I was like, that's what I want to do, because I think that would be special, you know, because she has such a warm heart, you know, and that is good around here. And then I think things kind of got to her. I honestly asked her, I said, please let me know, do you really want to be here? She's packed. You see her stuff, she's packed. She's ready to have her stuff carried over. And I said, is it about your children? She said, no. I said, is it about, she says, sometimes the things around us, her, watching her, bothers her, you know? But I said, do you want to be here? And she said, yes, I really want to be here. So, with that said, I still, myself, want to give her that gift. And I'm going to vote for her. And some of you may not feel the same way, and I respect everyone's votes. And if Cal's here, I'm going to embrace that like there's no tomorrow, and I'm going to learn everything I can from him and pick up like as many good vibes from that dude as I can. But I just want to give this to her, and that's really all I got to say about that.
So was that your speech, and the next person's speech?
Yeah, next person can say their
You want to go? You want to go?
Just going on the line.
I haven't really even gotten an opportunity to figure out who Cal is. There's something about him. I know it sounds bad, but there's just something about him that's off-putting for me sometimes with the when we're in group settings and when somebody else is talking. And I don't know, it's just maybe I'm not the most structured person, but I'm used to being in situations where leaders are a little bit more structured and situational recall. The way he goes with some of it, I'm not for. But then again, like I said, I haven't got the opportunity to really get to know the guy. Maybe I'm unapproachable or, you know, I don't know. But she still approached me. And she literally came up to me and said, they think that you're unapproachable, but I'll talk to you. You know, and like she even had that conversation with Kristen a few nights ago as well. She's got my vote over him. When she came in here the other day and we sat at the table and like she told me her backstory, from Cal, I felt like he was a salesman for a second. It was just like he was telling me 1,000,001 things about why he wanted to be here and why he should be the one. And when she was talking, I just felt like she was telling us exactly what we asked for. Who are you? Just tell me who you are, what you have going on in your life, like all of that stuff. And I felt a little bit more genuine action from her, so she's got my vote.
About a day or two before we had new Utopians come in, I was sitting on the dock with Amanda and with Ernesto, and I literally said, I hope that a blonde, good-looking vegan with big boobs and a strong personality walks through that door. And that's exactly who walked through that door. And when she got here, I was like, yes. And at the same time, when Cal got here, I was like, wow, like, you know, he's also someone I think one time in the chicken coop, I was like, couldn't a guy who meditates or like something gonna come through here? And so I feel like I asked for both of them, so I'm sad that they're both here at the same time. That said, I do think that Utopia would benefit from innovation and thinking about, you know, I guess my Utopia, I feel aligned with a lot of Cal's views, and I see how he's kind of creating jobs and, you know, or not jobs, but work. And also he really does believe in taking time for yourself to benefit the group. So when you care for yourself, you care for others. And, you know, the fact that he has a lot of positive things to bring, like with the singing and all these things that represent community and being a tribe. And so he has my vote, even though I would love for them both to stay.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I think that they're both two very different people. And I like talking to Cal on my own, like doing our thing, but I find he's kind of a know-it-all, and I'm not so sure he's going to be all that flexible once he's here full-time. He's very chatty in group meetings, and I'm not so sure he's going to really like grow from other people. I think he's already grown. And that's why I was sort of interested in Katie. I think she gave a very good message that this was her time to grow, you know. It's just, again, and Amanda will say it, I'm not the most compassionate guy. And like, I just don't, I want to be, but this isn't a therapeutic community. And I just think that guy, as annoying as he's going to be in a group setting, and he's very, what he called it to me, masculine, and he doesn't back down, and like he doesn't, he approaches things like head on, and like I can see it upsetting the group, but I really don't think there's too much to do here to be like hand holding all the time. I don't know. The other thing is, the thing why I would like her to be here is she's the only mother here. She's had a lot of experience raising children, and I think that goes a long way. It gives a new perspective. We don't have that in the group. We have people that meditate. We have people that are communally interested. What we don't have here is her perspective.
You've got a daughter.
So I don't know. I wish I could just flip a coin. I don't really care. I don't really care. I don't really care. I mean, it's like nut or nutty, you know. Like I don't know. Sorry. So I mean, whatever. I guess Cal, he'll teach me how to shoot a bow and arrow. That's it.
All right. Well, yeah, that was interesting.
I mean, I'm kind of with Mike on that. It was, I mean, they're both very, very, very interesting people on their views in life. I think Cal has a lot to offer, but I think he's also taking the direction of the way of his style of living is kind of like old school, which I don't disagree. I think it's kind of cool. I think he's got a lot to offer in that aspect. And I think what I really liked, what Katie touched bases on, is, you know, none of us really know what we're supposed to do here. That's kind of like why we all got brought together, is to kind of figure it out. And, I mean, we've all been fighting over a lot of stupid things. And the reason we're here is a bigger picture that I don't think any of us have really seen yet. I mean, it's very hard. I don't know. This is one of the hardest. This is harder than picking to get rid of red. I'm going to have to go with Cal. I think he's a very, very interesting person. I think he has a lot to offer. I think she is, from what I took away from that, is just too judgmental, and I'm the complete opposite kind of person. I think she could handle that speech a lot better. I think I'm with Rob on that. She had my vote from Saturday till today, personally. But a lot of the negativity that's came out of her, I don't think is going to be a positive attribute to us. And I think that's what Cal brings here, is a very positive outlook. I think he's got some definitely different ways of expressing that. But I think overall, I would defer on saying we need him as a leader. Personally, I don't think we need a leader here. I think that's totally against why we're here. But I do think he'll be a good attribute to help kind of get things going in the right direction. So my vote goes to Cal.
Well, geez. I'm going to go, honestly, I mean, my initial vote was going to be for Katie. I've talked to her a little bit over the past few days. We both related on the fact that sometimes we both internalize our emotions and they come out in a milk spilled over the glass kind of way sometimes. And I guess, you know, I do like that she's adaptable. I do like her heart. I think she's a little bit misguided in why she's here. In her speech, she was, you know, back and forth. She was telling us we weren't doing things right, but then she was saying, I just want to fill in the gaps and you tell me what to do. So I think she is misguided, but solely because of her heart. It might sound loony of me, but I think I'd like to keep her here.
I think that, you know, it's tough to come into this thing. It takes a lot of courage to walk through those gates, especially this crazy bunch. And she's, you know, raised 2 kids by herself. And no matter how you do it, I mean, that's tough. I have a lot of respect for her. I feel like Cal definitely has some ideas, and he's easier. For me, I don't see him disrupting the herd as much as she does, I guess, with a personality. I also see that he has some good ideas. He's put himself to work. No one's really told him what to do. She was saying nobody told her what to do. Well, I think that's what this is about, try and find something to do. I mean, if we had chores for somebody when they walk through the gate, how easy is that to do? You got to figure this thing out just like we had to. That's part of the experiment. And he's managed to find some stuff and get to work, and he's been very respectful about it. He hasn't stepped on my toes. He's come over and asked for lumber. What can I use? What can I not use? You know, he's been very respectful about it. I don't feel like he has some ideas and can come across strong, but he doesn't come across as a know-it-all to me. He's never told me what to do here or anything about building or anything else. So I think he's an asset. We can learn from him. I know that Katie probably needs us, but we need Cal. And that's my opinion. My vote's for him.
My vote is for Cal. Go ahead.
My vote's for Cal because he's pretty wise. He's a pretty wise guy, you know? Not in that way. But I mean, he knows a lot, you know. They might not reflect to our views, but he knows a lot of stuff that we need, I think, here, you know. Katie, I don't think she belongs here. I think, you know, if you need to be nurtured, I don't think this is a place, you know. You need family and friends and people that can really nurture you and not disrespect you, you know, and break you down. So My vote's for Cal.
I'm so like on the fence. Ideally, I want them both to go.
She's honest. She's honest.
Oh my God.
I
We all look at it and get too
Wasn't expecting
They're both pretty good.
This kid is real, guys.
Go on.
But I mean, they're both passionate about things that are very different from what we're used to and how we see things. You know, society is very mainstream. They're kind of like weird. I appreciate Katie's passion and her love for animals. I really like how she feels so strongly about them that she would go out and, you know, try and push it on other people. You have to really care about that something so much to try and change somebody else's mind, you know? Cal is very positive. I really like how he brings the group together. He's very respectful. He shares his thunder with other people. He doesn't sit there and put the spotlight on him all the time. And I feel like we need someone like that here. I'm not saying we don't have that here. I'm saying that's what it takes to build a community. Someone who can share the credit work, share the work and share the successes as well as the failure. And I don't know. I really appreciate Katie's passion, and it's hard to put yourself out there like that. And so, it takes a lot of courage, and so that's why my vote goes Katie.
To stay or to leave?
To stay. To stay. Katie, just stay. Katie.
Well, you two just broke up.
Usually on Wednesday. I'll just let her know that you also want her to leave. No big deal. There's some curveballs, man. Curveballs thrown our way. Luckily, we know how to hit them out of the park.
Toss him over the
Especially this guy. 2 points all day. Really just one day. I really love Cal. And I thought his name was Cal for the first time. Yesterday. And I was still calling him Cal. Today I called him Cal again and just looked at me. When you first met him, you said, I thought you forgot your names because you thought it was Cal, right?
I thought it was Cal. I was like, oh, it's Cal?
I think it was.
Okay, Cal.
I think it was. You came in hot to that meeting. His first speech right off the bat is what won me over, and he reminded me a lot of myself when I was coming here. Of course, things get pretty crazy in here. Sometimes you gotta just light the fire back. But I don't know. I still can't figure out what she wants or where she's trying to go with this. Does she have a heart? Yes. For animals. I don't know so much for people. We had a strange conversation last night. I felt pretty threatened by it. And I also felt insulted for you guys because it wasn't just aimed at me. And I heard it again today, and she just didn't win me over in this time. And this guy has seriously proved himself. He came here, he stepped right up, and he knew exactly what he had to do, and he didn't step on our feet, and he shared with us songs, jerky, banana jerky, whatever that is. It's the Dankums. And you don't even know he's like a ghost, man. He's like not even over there, and he's the closest to my stuff besides this one, Like, he's pretty great. Yeah, he might be a little wacky, but so Cal has my vote.
Initially, I was talking to Kristen about it. I had Katie in my heart because she seemed like she had, and she still does have a good heart. However, we do need more positive vibe here. There's a way to lead and there's a way to share things, as I learned when I first got here. I learned a lot, and thank y'all for sharing with me.
No.
There's a different way, especially you, Chris. I love you. I really, in the last couple of days, have been going back and forth. And I heard a few things today that she was saying, that I'm not going to repeat because I don't like to do that, that scared me. And but in her defense, I respect her so much for her passion and her willingness to share that no matter what. And I also, I love her for that. And I feel that she has a lot to offer. However, I don't feel this is a safe place for her state of mind. She's a sweet girl, has a great heart, but her energy is so back and forth. I don't feel safe around her. And y'all know me. I'm a very loving, caring person, but I've been distancing myself from her because I just can't be around that kind of energy. And so I love the fact that Cal has brought so many skills, and from the get-go, he's been so wonderful. We even had a little falling out today, and honestly, I wanted to see how he handled that. He waited till I calmed down. He came to me and said, Bella, I just wanted to apologize, and I want to explain to you why. And he explained to me, and we worked together, and he got me walking around the property. He has all these neat tools to bring our community together. So I'm so excited to learn from him. So I love Katie. She's a great girl, but my vote goes definitely to Cal. Didn't answer yesterday.
It was
All
okay.
our days run together. Thank God it's okay. Blonde in Utopia. Yesterday, whatever.
So what I want to say to the group, because I understand that that was a little harsh, and there were a lot of digs and slights, like calling our businesses housewife experiments, and that we weren't doing anything different, or that we didn't care about animals and what have you and so forth. I want us to understand that it is always easy to look out the window and scrutinize everything that you see. But it is not easy to come up with a solution for it. And to me, that's what separates a hypocrite and an innovator. So I want us all to understand that. Just because people have an opinion, if you don't offer a solution to me to follow that, it's not valid to me. I've heard a lot of opinions and scrutiny. I haven't heard any remedies. So to me, that worries me. I don't want to hear constant judgment and constant scrutiny and not follow it up with a, let's try this, or I'm going to do this. I believe we have a fight here. And just like she said, and just like she didn't do, you can act on it. If you're standing for something, even if it's alone, stand there. I feel like Katie has a huge impact outside the gate. She saves lives. She does good work. She has a family. The exact things that she's fighting for in here are out there for her. This is only going to get harder. She's already hurting here. I want to send her back out the gate, not because I dislike her personally, but because I feel like she can accomplish more out there than in here. So my vote is for Cal.
I would want to start out also by kind of speaking more generally to the group. Part of the beauty of this experiment is the fact that we all came from such radically different places. And that's what really excited me about it, that we get to have this weird melting pot, you know, where I get to speak to people with viewpoints and backgrounds totally different from mine who get to educate me and change my views. And I would hope, as we evolve as a community moving forward, that when more new and unique viewpoints and backgrounds come in, that it's not a shun, it's not a, oh, animal activism, we're not used to that, we don't do that here, you're shunned. Or, oh, what's this weird call and response communal Native American living thing, we're not used to that, go away. I sometimes feel there's a little bit of that energy. It's kind of like you're weird, you're different, and that's hard because we've bonded so much and we've gotten so used to each other and we've started to craft something that really works for us. And so having something new sometimes can be interpreted as scary or threatening. But I would hope that we can still keep ourselves in check to have an open mind towards these things. On both sides of that fence, you know. So with what you said about Katie, about giving instead of taking, you know, that was very much where my head was at. Like, because I get it, that's exciting to be able to offer that to somebody. What concerns me is not only from her speech, but from the conversations she and I have had, is I'm concerned about her ever being happy with the way things are here. I feel like, particularly in the past year of her life, there's been a lot of search for identity. There's been a lot of trying on of different identities. I feel like perhaps this might be the same situation. And I would follow up with what Hex is saying is, I would rather have somebody tell me that they think I'm doing something wrong and then offer a different solution or different ideas than just say you're doing it wrong, but I don't know how to fix it. If you come up with an idea to fix it, then tell me how to do it, but I don't want to contribute to that, you know? So, and then Cal, again, to build off what people have said, I feel has good positivity. I feel like he does have different innovative ideas socially, and I feel like he's done a good job of when there has been contention and debate of kind of coming at it from a different angle than any of us have, and it's turned out positive. So my vote goes for Cal.
Well, I kind of
Did we tell you?
counting in my head, and it looks like I got 10-4. Yep. Is what I got. 10-4 for Cal. And I think, you know, regardless of the way I voted, I mean, I think he's going to be a great addition here. I really, and I think everybody else who thinks that too. So I guess we'll invite them both in and let them know, right? Does anybody, before we do that, hold on a sec. I know this was kind of weird the way this all happened. Does anybody want to talk about that, or are we cool?
Rob, we love you. You were just being you, and you were just
Just being me.
Well,
Great.
I mean, I think what Hex talked about was kind of moving forward.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's not do that in the future.
Please. But I think that being said, there's a lot of people that felt the same way. But agreeing with the ladies, we probably should have let her.
Just have bigger balls than us, Rob. That's all.
Have compassion.
Rob,
We don't disagree with your opinion, just how you
Utopia.
It's hard to walk around with these boys. I'm going to tell you.
Donut.
He's a Jersey boy. That's
Can we
what
vote
they
on
do.
that? Rob owes us all a donut.
Yep.
How about
Yeah, that's what Red say. That's a major majority.
Yeah, we'll collect those at the gate.
Powdered or chocolate?
Unfortunately, I didn't order any this week because I didn't know I was getting $10. Had I known, I would have
Speaking
ordered
of order we have when meeting, can we do this, please? I'm
Get out.
so hungry.
Get out.
Get out.
Okay.
Speaking of orders,
All right,
they're kind of holding on to that right now.
Donuts, bud.
Hold on a sec. I'm trying to walk to the door with these huge balls.
I'm starving.
Just gonna bunch your head out.
It's like kind of sort of Danish starving.
Please, a new song.
I have been begging.
Do not be a one-hit wonder, okay?
That's all we are.
Dream bigger than that.
No nilly
right?
nilly.
I'd be a one-hit wonder.
Take your own advice.
She's got the bag, y'all.
What do you mean?
No, take your own advice.
That's true.
Shit, y'all are drinking.
Take your own medicine.
Make mistakes, man. And there's a lot of resistance. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah. Right. One of us is gonna go get big dinner at a restaurant. So.
I bought Little John a drink at a club once, which was a bad idea.
Huh?
Stand right here in front.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
You
know
don't
you
need to
hate
make it all
this. You like
formal.
hate it.
I'm not a formal person.
Turned down for anybody?
As you guys know, you were out there for a long time. There was a lot of talking.
Yeah.
There was a lot of heartfelt words. You know, it's hard to do this. As hard as it is for you guys to sit out there and wait, or for you to come in front of us, it's just as hard for us to sit and talk and put the energy out, and you know, and everyone has some great things to say about both of you, and we've really enjoyed the last few days with you guys, you know, getting to know you and stuff, and it was a little bit extended, it felt like, but we really got, you know, really, just, yeah, but we really got a good sense of who you guys are, and, you know, but unfortunately, at this point, only one can stay, and that person is going to be Cal.
Okay.
We want to welcome you to Utopia.
Thank you.
I
fun at the same time.
Hey.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Ben.
All right.
Go out there and do great things, all right? Save a pug for me, will you?
A pug, yeah. In the group fight.
Thank you. Wait, you guys all have to walk into the gate.
Thanks, man. I'm glad to be here.
I love you guys.